Guys, welcome back to a new episode of the Vibecast here. How you guys doing today? We are back, new week, new Vibecast. Coming off of last week's number 5 episode, we're rolling into episode number 6 of the Vibecast, and I'm really having a good time making these things. Last week we did the E36 and the BMW, my BMW, and like the car scene and stuff like that, and seemed like a lot of people really enjoyed that one. And I also did touching on the topic of PC building right now in early 2021. With what's going on with the shortage of GPUs and some components and stuff for PC building, gaming building specifically. And it was a really interesting topic, good topic. I think kind of a lot of knowledgeable stuff in that episode for that stuff. And one thing I wanted to ask you guys is I tried to do something a little bit different with the last episode. I know personally from listening to people's podcasts and things like that 40 minutes can be a long time to watch an entire episode of a podcast. My question is, the last time I did last week's Vibecast episode, what I did was I broke it off into sections. Like, it had 2 main sections, the cars and the computer stuff, and I made them their own separate video on the channel. And I noticed that the first upload that I did of the BMW and the car stuff did very well, like analytic wise, but the second part of the PC building didn't really get as many views at all for some odd reason. I don't know why that was or whatever, but I would like to know if you guys could let me know if you like me breaking them apart like that, like breaking the videos in different sections, or if you guys just like me releasing the entire video and you guys could just go through whatever you want to see, and I put timestamps in the description. So if you could, that would help me out a ton. Just leave it in the comments and I'll look at everything and I'll determine what you guys want to see better from there. But anyways, right now I just getting ready to go up to, I'm taking a trip with my girlfriend up to Boston this week, and we're going to stay in the city. We got an Airbnb, and I'm going to do some vlogging up there, and we're going to do some exploring of the city. We're just kind of going up there and just going to do whatever. I'm excited. I've never been there before. I'm from Jersey, where I've been to New York City a bunch of times and still go to the city pretty frequently. But from what I hear, Boston is like a very upscaled New York City from what I'm told. And we're going to do some museums that we have planned and stuff like that. And a lot of it's just we're going up there and we're just going to do stuff as we're up there, which is ideally, I like that whole idea of just going somewhere and just not really having a set plan of what to do. And we're just going to go with the flow and just end up where we end up. And that's how it's going to go. But yeah, so today I just got back in. I'm just doing all that random stuff. I had to ship a package out today. I was doing some stuff with my stepdad with his race car today on the dyno and stuff. And it was a good day ultimately. And we're starting a little bit late right now. We're starting at 7:20 right now on March 25th. But we're still getting it in. I want to get this done before we head out to Boston because I'm going to be gone for like 4 or 5 days. No streams, no another episode of the Vibecast. It's going to come out at some point over the next couple of days. But yeah, anyways. This episode, I had a couple topics written down on the old whiteboard, but one of the topics being NFTs is something super popular I want to talk about, non-fungible tokens. We'll dive into that a little bit. This is a topic that I'm really starting to gain a lot of interest in and starting to learn a lot about because it's very cool, and it's kind of, in my opinion, going to be like revolutionary, honestly, for a lot of different reasons, and I'll explain reasons why. I'll explain what NFTs are and take what I'm saying with a grain of salt because I'm by no means an expert. I do not own any or anything of that nature, but it's a super cool topic that I really am starting to, like I said, gain interest in and learning a lot about. And another topic, what do we got up here? We got a lot of different things up here. I'm just gonna go with the flow and just see where it goes. But yeah, so NFTs and NFTs. NFTs are really taking off. They're starting to get super popular and gain a lot of traction right now. And they are both there's like 2 completely different views I noticed from it. Some people don't see anything in NFTs, and some people see a lot of money to be made and a lot of good to be made from NFTs. Now, if you don't know what NFTs are, it's a non-fungible token. And right now, like the best way that the most knowledge that I have right now, it is basically like a virtual collectible. And I don't know if this makes sense at all, but it's basically like I'm trying to think. Like if you ever played video games and you bought a skin, like specifically in Fortnite, like you know how there's different skins you could buy for your characters, and basically what is the reason you're buying those skins, right? You're buying those skins to flex on other players and your friends and say you had these skins. And that's basically what NFTs are. NFTs are basically, there's a bunch of different like launch projects. One of them huge being CryptoPunks. And they're basically, there's 10,000 of these CryptoPunks, and they're like these little pixelated characters. And basically, it's basically just art that people make virtually. And there's all these, I'm talking about, like, I'm going to talk about CryptoPunks specifically because I think they're one of the more popular ones. And if you're looking up NFTs, this is probably where you're going to end up finding what NFTs are. And basically, a CryptoPunk is a collectible. It's made up of pixels, and basically they're just characters. They're all unique to themselves. Not one is the same from each other. They're all different. And basically these things are just selling for crazy amounts of money. The thing that makes them so like desirable and limited is that there's only one of each thing. There's only one of each character. And it's only like it's tokenized. So the whole point of an NFT is basically somebody creates a piece of artwork, a virtual piece of artwork. You pay to have a token attached to this artwork, and it's basically put on the blockchain forever. Blockchain, talking about crypto here, because you buy these things with cryptocurrency, mainly Ethereum right now, and there's a bunch of different other cryptos coming up right now, and Bitcoin and stuff like that. But the main one right now is Ethereum that a lot of people are using to buy these NFTs, specifically cyberpunk CryptoPunks. And basically you pay to have it tokenized, and what the tokenized does, it's basically you're paying to say that, hey, this is the original one. So-and-so made this original one, and this was sold to so-and-so for this much money. And basically, this is the only one-of-one CryptoPunk that is owned by this person, that was made by this person, that was sold from this person. And now the thing with the blockchain is that you can trace this specific CryptoPunk back to the original creator, the original purchaser, who has owned it, what it's sold for, where it's been, the data was sold, all these different things, basically making it say that this is the original one. And it's becoming like collectibles, like expensive collectibles. Like it's literally a picture, but it's tokenized and it's attached to it. And there's only one of this. There's only one original one. That's the thing. And think of it as like sneaker reselling. If you guys are familiar with sneaker reselling, there's a bunch of sneakers that get released. Specifically, let's talk Yeezys right now. Yeezys get released. Bunch of fake Yeezys are made up. Really, really, really good fake Yeezys now, to where it's almost very difficult to distinguish real and fakes. But at the end of the day, you may get screwed over and think you have a real one because they're so good, and there's no way to really 100% certifiably tell unless someone's an expert, you know what you're looking for. And even experts will tell you that they're having tough times telling between the two, But the thing with the NFTs are that it's a tokenized thing. It's a token attached to it that can never be replicated or, made to be a fake. It's tokenized, it's attached to this piece of artwork, and it can never be made up or fake again. So you're the only one. If you own that NFT, if you own that cyberpunk or whatever other whatever NFT project you're investing in or buying or collecting, there's no way to get a fake one. You're the only one in the world that owns this piece of art. And basically, it's the flex. It's the flex of saying, hi, I bought this NFT for 10,000, 20,000. They're selling for hundreds of thousands, 70,000. And it's really, the sky's the limit with these things. It's crazy what they're taking off of. And the interesting thing that is with this, it's really big for artists right now. That's basically what this is. It's virtual artwork, right? And for the first time ever, artists and, anybody can jump on this. If you or I want to go create a piece of art, say you have something you want to create, you make it, you pay to have a token attached to it from, I don't know how much they cost. I watched a few different videos and the prices vary to get it tokenized. I heard a couple of rough numbers, $70, $80, $100 to get it tokenized. So you create this piece of artwork, you pay whatever it is to get the token attached to it, and basically now it's tokenized, it's on the blockchain. So-and-so buys this for $5, whatever. Maybe it's your first one, somebody wants to buy it, hey, they message you, they want to buy it. There's websites and stuff to list your artwork on and things like that. Somebody reaches out, hey, I want to buy this piece of artwork that you created here. It's really cool. I want to collect it. I want to own this piece of artwork. They purchase it. Now, when you sell it, you can say every time your piece of artwork is sold, you get 10% of what it was sold for, 2%, 10%, whatever your percentage is that you want to get back on every single sale for the rest of your life, you're going to get that percentage. So think about it this way. Say I'm 20, say whoever you are, you're 20 years old and you make your first piece of artwork, you sell it, whatever. The thing takes off. It's getting, this is something that's going to be around forever at this point. And basically your entire life, every time somebody buys this piece of artwork, you're going to collect royalties on that, whatever your percentage was that you set when you sold that. So that's crazy for artists. This is like the first time this has ever happened. Like back in the day, or even currently until NFTs are coming around, NFTs are super, super new. It's a super, super new thing. There's not tons of people jumping on them. It's a very risky place right now because nobody knows what's going to happen with this stuff. But it's crazy how much money is being made in such a short amount of time, and kind of just like nobody knows what's going to happen. It's exciting, and the money that's being made is pretty crazy. And to step into this stuff is anybody could step into this stuff, which is the even more crazy thing. But the craziest thing about it is that, you're making artwork for these artists, photographers, videographers, whatever you may be, and you can keep making money on this every time it's sold to somebody down the road. It's attached to who bought it, how much, so forth. But the craziest thing, like I said 20 times, and I said crazy a lot in the last like 30 seconds, but it's just really cool that now like artists can create things, sell things, and every time it's sold, they can keep getting paid in royalties forever. For as long as they're alive. This can transfer into your grandkids, your kids, whatever. They'll keep collecting royalties on this piece of artwork. And that's crazy because it's not like where an artist would create a piece of artwork, put it in a museum, or they make like 10 of these things and they would sell them and that'd be it. Whatever happened to those 10 pieces of artwork that they made of this, certain thing, it was done. They made their money. It's done. You never got money on that again. But now artists can make these things, say they want to release 1, 2, 3, 10, whatever, and every time it's sold, you're getting royalties on it. And that's kind of the crazy thing about this now. And it doesn't seem, from what I'm learning, that people are looking to take this to a whole nother level as well. For instance, property, like real estate. Now, if there's a way that, this is where I find it super interesting. If there's a way for people to tokenize property, like buying a house or whatever and flipping houses and stuff like that, think about it this way, if you're able to buy property and have it tokenized and you sell that every time, and for the rest of your life, you take a percentage of what it's sold every single time, that's crazy. That like completely changes real estate investment forever. Because I mean, real estate investment is an amazing thing. Once you get into it, at some point in my life, like that'd be the ultimate goal for me to get into real estate investing. And, that's awesome. Buy a piece of property, you have people, whatever, you rent the property out, tenants, whatever. And, it's passive income. But the crazy thing with this now, with this NFTs coming around, if there's a way to get property tokenized like that, where you attach a token to it, every time it's sold, you collect this royalty on that piece of property every time there's a transaction. That's crazy, man. Like 5% every time the property is sold or something along those lines. That's nuts. That like just really changes the game for everything. And this is, these are just ideas and theoretics. It's a super new thing, but it just seems like the sky's the limit for this, for this stuff. It's just like, following some of these things is pretty crazy. Like I'll jump in over here and I'll show you guys what a CryptoPunk is, because it's a little bit, you're going to see these things and be like, what the hell is this? Like people are buying these for this much money. And, you're not going to understand it at first, because I didn't understand it at first. And then we get into it, you're like, wow, okay, this kind of makes sense now. So basically, switch screens here. Sorry, one sec. Display capture. Okay. So This is a CryptoPunk, right? So basically, you can see right here, there's 10,000 of these CryptoPunks, correct? And they're these pixelated characters. That's literally all they are. You're literally buying these characters. Yes, they don't look like anything, and they are, this is CryptoPunk 9,973. You know, there's accessories attached to them. This one has a chin strap, as you can see. It has a do-rag, and it has an eye patch. And it'll tell you how much punks have all these things, yada, 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 whatever. And here is basically the transaction history. It was offered up for sale for $35,000, offered, someone withdrawn, someone claimed it. So somebody paid like $38,000 for literally this picture. Yes, this picture. I know it makes no sense. Like, for me, it made no sense. You would think, okay, so whatever, I'll take a picture of this and say that I have it. But you can't do that because that's where the token comes into play. Somebody paid to have this image tokenized. There's one of one. This is the real one. When you buy this, you're getting the token and the image that's attached to this, the token that's attached to this. And hey, you're the only person in the world that owns this real image. And that's basically what an NFT is at this point. And this is just one specific thing of an NFT. Like, there's all different things coming up. It's limitless to, there's people making virtual sneakers now. And there's a virtual sneaker on Instagram I seen the other day, somebody bought for $13,000. It's a virtual sneaker. Like, it's a VR thing. And this is basically the direction, like, the world is going now. It's unbelievable. Like, if I were to show you like the most, let's see like what the most expensive CryptoPunk is. The most expensive CryptoPunk. Let's see what it sold for. This thing right here. Holy shit. CryptoPunk 3100. CryptoPunk 3100 was purchased on March 11th, 2021 for 42,000 Ethereum cryptocurrency, approximately $7,584,000 for this image. And it's just bizarre. It's crazy. I get it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, who is paying for that much money for this? And, who the hell knows who's paying this much money for this stuff? There's rumors about people saying, this is a way for people to clean dirty money. There's rumors about that. There's a bunch of different rumors to this stuff, which, who the hell knows what's going to happen. But there's serious people in backing this stuff. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you guys want to really dive into deep like knowledge and just basically for him to explain what it is easily, check out Gary V's podcast. He's been diving into NFTs a lot lately, which is how I watch his podcast pretty much in the car when I'm in the supermarket. Like, I'll just have my AirPods in. I listen to a lot of his podcasts. And I started actually finding out about NFTs and seeing them through FaZe Banks. FaZe Banks, I don't know if you know Banks on Instagram, whatever. If you follow gaming, you might know FaZe Clan. He's one of the owners of FaZe Clan, and he started buying NFTs, and I used to see all these CryptoPunks. I'm like, what are these things? Like, what is he buying for like 30, 20 grand, 50 grand? Like, it made no sense to me. And then I started to hear Gary Vee talk about them, and that's kind of how I got drawn into them because I like sneakers a lot. I'm not like a crazy sneakerhead, but I do like sneakers, and like I like collecting sneakers and stuff and reselling sneakers here and there, whatever. And kind of it's along the same lines of those. Like, you buy sneakers to kind of say, hey, I have these sneakers, they're cool, I collect them, they're kind of limited. And it's the same thing with these on another level, but this is more of an investment thing. Like you buy one of these things for so much money, and then down the road it's probably going to be increased in value. And that's essentially what you hope with any investment. But there's that aspect of it as somebody who collects and invests them and is buying them to invest in them, let the price increase on them and then sell them. But then the cool thing is about for anybody can try and create different types of these projects and releases and try to do it because there's nobody stopping anybody. You create things, you tokenize it, and you try to get it to sell. And it just really opens up a whole nother door for very interesting things. And another one of those very interesting things that I've been thinking about and that I have been reading and stuff online is the stuff with property. Like I said earlier, like if there's a way to tokenize property, that's insane. Like, it's insane to think you buy a piece of property and you sell that property, and every other time for the rest of your life that property gets sold, you get 3% of whatever it's sold for. That's insane. Like, it's crazy. And that's just, and it's an insane, like, door opening thing, I think, for people to make passive income and invest in different things. And I don't think this is limited to property. Like, who knows, maybe it's limited, maybe it goes to cars or anything. The sky's the limit with this stuff. It's super early with this stuff, but I highly recommend, if you guys can find some time, do some research and learn about these things. I didn't really think I was going to be into something like this, and I started to just like see things and read things, and it's honestly super cool. And it's super cool to see the direction it's going, and it's super cool to see how this could open doors for artists, and like maybe it'll go to music artists and different things with like maybe record labels and things like that. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely different things that this can lead to that's like super, super cool. And I'm kind of like excited about it. It's cool. It's very cool. Super early stages. I'm not super knowledgeable in it yet, but it's pretty simple to kind of get the grasp of, but there's a lot more in depth with it. And if you guys are interested and kind of think this is cool like I do, leave some comments and reach out, send some messages. I'd love to chat with some of you guys and learn more from people who are more knowledgeable about it, or share the little bit of the knowledge that I have and have gained about it. But it's super cool. I think it could be pretty game changing in the next couple of years. I don't think this is something that blows up in the next 5 years. It probably is something that takes off in the next 5 to 10 years, but it's not going to be something in the next 2 years that's going to be like insanely profitable or people jumping on this. I think it's going to be something that's got to prove its point here. It's kind of bizarre to spend thousands of dollars on a virtual image, essentially. And like I said, right now we're specifically just talking about images or artwork. There's, I think, a whole nother aspect to this that goes on. A good example would be like, maybe someone has like a jewelry business and they create bracelets or rings or whatever, and I don't know, they release a virtual one of these rings, and you pick up the virtual one, you buy it as an NFT, and then also somewhere in that token, the token, description, whatever it was when it was tokenized, hey, if you buy this NFT, you will get the real one shipped to you, or this shipped to you, or it kind of is going to open up the windows for a lot of different things and projects for people. And that's kind of where I'm going to leave it right now. I think that was the pretty deep enough dive on NFTs right now. It's super early. Like I said, 10 times ready. I don't know everything about it, but from what I do know and have seen, I'm pretty interested in it. Who knows? I mean, if I have the extra cash to maybe invest in this some type of way, like, it is pretty expensive. Like, it doesn't seem like it's something that you're getting in with a couple $100s. It's thousands of dollars, but who knows what happens? We'll see where it goes. I'm sure there's going to be things that are going to be popping up in projects and other collectibles and these NFTs. Like, Pokemon is supposed to be coming out with an NFT collection of just virtual trading cards. There's going to be a bunch of these virtual Pokemon cards. This is a rumor. A bunch of these virtual Pokemon cards, and basically there's going to be a limited run. Only going to be virtual. They're going to be tokenized. There's no way to make fakes, this and that, because it's all tokenized. And they're going to do a virtual NFT line of Pokemon cards. That's going to be pretty crazy. Now, think if Pokemon does something like that. There's so many other collectibles in this world. So many. There's supposed to be, I think there's one, like NBA Top Shot is one of them. It's a virtual card thing. It's very similar. And it's sky's the limit. I think it's going to be super interesting in the next few years, and we'll see what happens with it. But enough of NFTs. I don't know. Like, I don't want to make this. I think I want to make this podcast a little bit shorter. What are we at now? We're at like 25 minutes. I don't know. I got some other stuff, like music stuff on the. I have a whiteboard over here that I just like. Whenever I think about stuff, I just literally write it on the whiteboard. Keep everything grouped up over there for like different ideas and topics about that stuff over there. But oh man, you know what another thing I wanted to get into, like, as far as, aside from the podcast stuff, I am a streamer. I stream on Twitch. I've said it in other podcasts and videos and stuff. I think it's pretty well known. I don't really have to talk about it. But one thing that I've noticed, and if anybody else is watching this that is like a gaming content creator on Instagram, TikTok, wherever, there's nothing more frustrating, and it's just been getting like so bad lately. Like, I don't know if it's just me. I know it's not just me, because every time I post anything, whether it's gaming related, like clip montages, or I'm making a video about PC stuff on my Instagram, or computer building, or anything related to the tech world on Instagram or TikTok, the amount of spam liking I get from like a lot of it's organizations, like, you know, everybody wants to start an org, right? Like FaZe Clan or Optic Gaming. Everybody wants to do it. So there's hundreds of thousands, probably millions of them, right? And every time I post something, you get nothing but these spam comments like, oh, promote your post on this page, or check out this page, DM this page for a feature. Oh, check out. Then you get people that are like self-promoting, like, oh, check my streams out, check my Instagram page out. Oh, follow for follow. Oh, like for like, I liked yours. Now go check out my stuff and like your stuff. It drives me crazy. And if you're one of those people and you're watching this, stop doing that. Like, you gotta stop doing that. It's a very saturated world, this streaming and gaming and YouTubing and stuff like that. It's very saturated. Everybody's dream is to be a huge YouTuber, be the next whoever it may be. That's everyone's dream. But I'm telling you right now, if you're taking the time to comment on mine or anybody else's content that we put up, to look at your page or check me out or DM me or here's pay for a feature here. I see those comments or DMs and I don't even look at them twice. I see exactly what it is. I'm never looking at it again. I'm never clicking on your page or whoever that person's page is. It's not going to happen. The amount that I get are like crazy. And like I don't understand if people like actually think like commenting that type of way is going to make me look at your content. Now, there's a different way to go about DMing and commenting on people's things to try and grow and form a relationship with another streamer or another content creator. It doesn't matter what the field is, whether you work on cars and another person working on cars and you say, hey, I do the same thing, really nice work. You mind like maybe checking out my stuff. Like, there's different ways to go about doing it, whether, for a thing for tattoo artists, whatever. Like, what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be limited to streaming and gaming, but I'm sure this happens everywhere. Like, there's right and wrong ways, like to send a DM or reach out to somebody to, basically form a relationship to try to grow, rather than just, oh, I liked your post, can you like mine? Can you look at mine? Can you come in my stream sometime? Like, never gonna happen. You gotta stop doing that. And the same thing for the people that are making all the emotes and the overlays. I get it. Everybody's trying to get their name out there, but like, the amount of DMs I have that I don't open that are, oh, I create DMs and they send me like 1,000 pictures of stuff that they have created. If you need overlays or emotes, message me. Like, really? I know if I'm gonna see, I have like 90 people that have messaged me the same exact thing, and now you're just adding to that and continuing it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get to your message and check your out. Like, it's either I know somebody that does it, or one of the 2 people that I've seen create stuff already that messaged me before, I'm gonna call or message. It's just like, it's crazy, and like, people gotta realize that that's not the way you're gonna grow out here, like on this content creation grind. It's not gonna work by just like trying to like force somebody to come and check your content out. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not going to look at it. I'm sure anybody, you or I, or whoever's watching this, if we are both content creators, are not going to, you're not going to go look at my videos if I comment, hey, go look at my stuff. My stuff's really good too. I just liked your post. Like, you're not going to go and do it. If I want to look at your stuff, like, you don't have to like or comment on my things. I appreciate the honest people that like and comment on my things, but I don't need somebody like trying to force like looking for likes because they liked my thing. If you like my content, I hope you liked it because you enjoyed what you've seen. I hope you didn't like it because you want to like it in return. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of these people that are doing this got to stop, because it's just frustrating. Like, it's not going to help you grow. It's not going to make me want to look at your content. It's just not going to happen. And I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people need to understand that. And I just wanted to get that out there because it's something that I've been struggling with and seeing constantly. And I deal with constantly. I hate posting something I put a ton of time into in a video. And, whether it's, editing a minute long like montage or a cool clip from whatever, Warzone, Valorant, any of the games that I play, and then I post it, and to get 10 comments of people that aren't going to help me grow or I'm going to help towards their growth is annoying. Like, it's a waste of time. It just makes you feel so counterproductive, and it kind of just sucks because everyone wants to grow. I want to grow with everybody else. I want to help other people grow that deserve to grow the right way, and it just sucks that you get all these spam and yada yada. But it is what it is. I don't think it's going to go away. Just if you're watching this and you do that stuff, just stop. It's one thing to comment and leave nice comments, and congratulating someone or leaving a nice word on their post. Then, hey, maybe, oh, he left a nice comment. Let me go see what he or she does on their page. If I like their page, I'll drop a follow, I'll drop a like, I'll leave a comment on their stuff. And that's the way it should be, not like forced to check stuff out. But that's that's kind of another thing I wanted to dive into because that's on the board over there. But yeah, this kind of was like a little bit all over the place. I wanted to get another one of these Vibecast out because, like I said, I'm going away. It's been about another week since I released the other one, and I wanted to get it out. And I'm trying to think of what other things we could dive into. I'm trying to set up another guest on the show, hopefully soon. I mentioned that in the last one. I did speak to him, and I think he might be able to do it. He's just very busy, as we all are, so we're trying to figure out a time to do it. And we're both in different states, so it's going to have to be like a Discord type of call thing. Going to try to set that up. And right now, I'm just trying to like rip these little solo ones where I just dive into different topics and things like that. And it's kind of fun. I love doing it. I enjoy it so much. And I hope you guys enjoy my rants or talking or whatever. I know sometimes it might not be the most interesting, but something I like to do and something I'm trying to grow. And I hope you guys enjoy. But anyways, expect some vlogs coming up from my Boston trip. Should be fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs too on the channel, along with these podcasts, Vibecasts. And yeah, so stay tuned for content from my trip this week. I'm going to be gone I'm leaving tomorrow, Friday night. It's Friday evening, heading out, and I won't be back till like Tuesday, so there won't be any streams, probably no videos. Maybe like I'm gonna try to get vlogs up while I'm away in Boston. We'll see, and we'll go from there. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Vibecast number 6. It was a little bit of a shorter one, a little bit nothing too crazy, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.